Deep within a vast, shadowy woodland, a humble woodcutter resided. He shared his meager dwelling with his two children, Hansel and Gretel, and their unkind stepmother. A terrible hunger had gripped the land, leaving their pantry completely empty. "My dear, we've run out of provisions. We're facing starvation, all of us. Then, we'll have to find a way to get rid of the children. Take them into the woods and abandon them there. Absolutely not. How could I possibly leave my own flesh and blood to be devoured by wild animals? In that case, all four of us will perish from hunger. You foolish woman. You'll be preparing their burial boxes come morning." He pleaded and argued, until eventually the poor man relented. However, the children were not truly asleep, and Hansel had overheard their entire conversation. "Gretel, wake up. We're in a really serious situation." "Oh, Hansel, whatever shall we do?" "Hush now, Gretel, and don't you fret. I've devised a plan." Once their parents were sound asleep, Hansel quietly tiptoed to the doorway, stepping out into the pale moonlight. It was like a hidden garden, with white pebbles glistening like scattered silver. "These will be our markers to guide us back home. Rest now, Gretel. I have faith that we will be looked after. Rise and shine, you sleepy heads. We're heading into the forest for some firewood. Here's a bit of bread for your midday meal. Make sure you don't eat it before then." Gretel tucked her bread beneath her apron, while Hansel's pockets were filled with pebbles. They all set off together towards the dense woods. "I'm just observing my little white feline. That's not your cat. It's the morning sunbeams reflecting off the rooftop." He wasn't watching the sun at all. He was discreetly dropping the white pebbles along the trail. "Stay right here, my dears. Your mother and I will be back to fetch you." They shared their meager bread and patiently waited. "See, Gretel, that's Father's axe. He's not far away." But it wasn't his axe. It was merely a fallen branch on the ground. They continued to wait. "Just wait, Gretel. When the moon reaches its peak, we'll spot the path. Look, the pebbles are shimmering. They'll light our way." The entire night, they meticulously followed the glittering trail. As dawn broke, they joyfully spotted their father's humble dwelling. "You disobedient children, why did you sleep so soundly in the woods? Oh, my precious children, I feared you were lost to us forever." But their relief was short-lived. The widespread hunger intensified. "We only have half a loaf remaining. They must be taken back, this time even deeper. It feels wrong to do this, but perhaps it's for the best." Once again, the children overheard their parents' hushed conversation. "I need to gather more pebbles." But this time, their stepmother was keeping a close eye on them. "You're staying put in your bed, young man. Now what are we going to do, Hansel? We're truly stranded." "We'll find a way, Gretel. We absolutely have to. This is the very last morsel. There's nothing else left." He had been doing this with the pebbles. He paused, letting a small crumb fall onto the path. "I'm admiring my little dove. That's just the sun glinting off the chimney. Please walk a bit faster." They hadn't noticed the birds. "Remain here by this campfire. We promise to return for you." They patiently waited, and they continued to wait. Yet nobody appeared. The moon is high now. The breadcrumbs should guide us back. But when they looked, the breadcrumbs had vanished. "Hansel, the birds must have eaten them. We're completely lost." Then a stunning white bird emerged, its melody seemingly calling to them. "It's so beautiful, Hansel. Where's it leading us?" It led them to a clearing, and there stood a house constructed entirely of food. "Hansel, is this even real? A house made of cake?" "It is. It tastes so sweet." "Gretel, it's absolutely delicious. It's like pure sugar." Oh, Hansel! Oh, Hansel! Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who's nibbling in my house?" "Oh, you poor, dear children. Please come inside. I wouldn't harm a soul." She provided them with soft, comfortable beds, and they quickly drifted off to sleep. "You, my dear, will make a magnificent feast." She swiftly locked Hansel inside a sturdy cage. "Now, you girl, go fetch some water, and thoroughly scrub all these floors. Your brother needs to be fattened up. Eat up. Get plump for me, boy. Extend your finger. Let me feel if you've gained enough weight. However, Hansel was remarkably cunning. Gretel managed to find a slender chicken bone and discreetly passed it to her brother. Still just a skinny little twig. Why isn't he putting on any weight? This charade continued for 4 long weeks. Ugh, I can't possibly wait any longer. Fat or thin, I'm cooking him today. Girl, get that fire roaring. We're going to bake today. Hansel, she intends to cook you. Be smart, Gretel. Be courageous. Observe precisely what she does. Go on, girl. Get inside and check if the oven's hot enough. The witch's intention was to slam the door shut on Gretel once she was inside. I'm not quite sure how. How am I supposed to get in? It's too small for me. You silly goose. That opening is plenty large enough. See? Even I can fit in here. Oh, your hair. Go on. Shove your head inside. Just like this. And right then, Gretel gave her a huge shove. She slammed that door shut and locked it up tight. The nasty witch was done for. Hansel, you're finally free. She's gone for good. Gretel, you totally did it. You saved us. For a moment, they just stood there, finally feeling safe. Gretel, what could this be? They opened the door and discovered the witch's hidden stash. It was more riches than they could have ever imagined. We're loaded, Gretel. We're loaded. These are way better than little stones, Hansel. All we can possibly carry. And let's get out of this awful place. They dashed out of the witch's creepy house and back into the woods. They kept running for ages, and the forest started to feel familiar again. Oh, Hansel, how are we going to get across? There's no bridge here. Neither of us. What are we supposed to do? Little duck, can you please help us cross over? No bridge here. The kind duck said yes, but could only take one of them at a time. It took Gretel over first, then came back for Hansel. Gretel, I recognize this spot. We're practically home. They ran as quickly as their legs could carry them, until finally they spotted their father's place. Father, Dad, you're home, my dear children. My children, I haven't had a single moment of joy since I abandoned you in the woods. The kids found out their horrible stepmother had disappeared. Look, Dad, we won't have to go hungry anymore. Their incredible journey from nothing to everything was over, and they lived happily ever after.